Well, as you can see, me and Adam have finally got ourselves out for a bit of spring carping. We've headed over to Manor Farm Lakes in Biggleswade. We've booked onto Becks Lake, which is one of their runs waters. We've never fished it before, don't really know much about it. All we know is it's 10 to 11 foot deep in most places, and there's loads of carp in here apparently. So hopefully we're going to find out for ourselves, see what we can, see if we can get a nibble or two. And we arrived about 4 o'clock, parked our van just down in the car park down there. We've had a short barrow. We've walked up to this big beachy swim, and we see a fish showing down in the bay, but overall we've seen more fish up this end. And they were showing just off our margin. There's like a nice gravelly slope margin in front of us down to our right, which Adam's got a bait on there in about 7 foot of water. We saw a couple of good fish show there. And then we've got a baited area further out there, which we plumbed, which is just smooth and silty out there, and 10.5 foot of water. I've got 2 rods on that, and Adam's got a rod just the other side of it. And then we've started off quite light. We spotted out 10 to 12 spods we've got hemp and maize, maples, and a few sticky krill pellets. I'm fishing pineapple pop-ups over the top. Adam's opted for a tutti frutti pop-up just on the edge of the baited area. And like I say, we've been fishing about an hour now. It's just getting dark. And Adam just had a tench on the tutti frutti, typically, after we were all settled in nicely. And there has been a few tench rolling at the back of the spot. And the carp have gone quiet at the moment, funnily enough. But we've got the whole lake to ourselves. It looks really good tonight. Weather's a bit colder than we'd like, but yeah. Let's see what occurs in the evening. Catch you later. It's a very slow take, isn't it? First carp of the evening. Lovely. Big that. That's a barney, isn't it? Yeah, it's a barney rubble, isn't it? Nice scaly one. It's alright, isn't it? Yeah, it's a nice one, isn't it? What was it? A smidge under 13, that one? Yeah, it's only a little one. Off he goes. That's a beauty, isn't it? That's a nice one, isn't it? What was it in 19.6? Yeah, 19.6 of fat common. Look at that. That's a cracker. It's got a gut on it. Lovely, isn't it? Yeah, beautiful. Nice bit of spot, isn't it? 2 o'clock in the morning. Feed them up, Adam. Top the swim up. Top it up after that bite. got to top the swim up because we've just had another bite. So that's 2 in the dark now. So we've got to top it up a bit. It's Mickey's third take. What is it? Oh no. What, a baby one? Yeah. Oh, nice. Is that on the old pineapples again?
No, pineapple. There isn't. And green. There you go.
It's a nice one, Mickey, isn't it?
That's the first one of the morning. 12mm pineapple.
Lovely.
Went quiet after 1:30 in the morning. Then I'd have dropped back. Before I was about to wind in a smelly green, but it's a nice little ghosty. It's better than a green, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Lovely.
Is it a carp, Adam? Another tench. I think you should take the tutti fruities off. Come on, Mr. Tench.
Nice one, that.
Tutti fruity strike again, Adam.
Yeah. I think I'm going to have to take them off and try the old pineapples, aren't I?
Yeah, you would have thought they'd go for the pineapples, but I've had 3 carp and you've had 2 tench now, so
Yeah.
I think you should ditch the tutti fruities.
Yeah, I agree. Slip that back.
This is what you get for being nosy. Adam coming in my bivvy, stealing my pineapple pop-ups because his tutties are attracting every tench in the lake.
Help.
And that is payback.
I'm hooked.
I have nailed him right in the bum on a pineapple. I'm going to have to... Good job it's barbless, isn't it? I'll unhook you. I might give you away, though. I think you'll bottom out my scales, to be honest.
Fatty.
So we'll just take a minute to have a quick look at our setup that we're using down at Manor Farm. Not that dissimilar to what I'd use on a lot of places I go fishing. I've got a metre of the Fox 50-pound camo leg core, which I've done a splice loop at each end, one to time a 15-pound mainline to, the other end to a quick change swivel, so you can change your hook length really easily on a normal lead clip and tail rubber, and a 3-ounce flat pear lead. So yeah, really simple, keeps tangles down, and if the lead gets stuck in weed, I mean it's not a weedy lake this, but you know, it's nice and safe. You can change the lead and it comes off if it gets stuck in the weed or a snag. So yeah, nice and safe. And then I use my favourite multi-rig, which I've used this for years, and I've used it probably for 99% of my fishing because it's just so reliable. Normally I like them a little bit longer than a lot of people, so it's about 11 inches of 20-pound Fox Camotex semi-stiff, and it's basically a figure of 8 loop either end, one to attach to your quick change swivel, and the other end is poked through there. What I love about it is I can change the hook. It creates like a little stiff rig. And if my hook's blunt after a fish, I can change the hook. So it's really versatile. I've got a size 6 big point hook, barbless there, a little 3mm rig ring, and some putty. The good thing about the multi-rig is it fishes your pop-up you can fish it close to the bottom. Like I like them close, 1.5 inches off the bottom there, with a little break in the coating. So it'll spin round, whichever way the fish sucks it, it'll spin round and go in the mouth. And we've been fishing that with a little sticky bait pineapple pop-up on. I've had 2 fish on a 12mm pop-up, and the other one was on a 16mm nibbled down pop-up. So yeah, love the multi-rig. You can change your hook easily, don't tangle, and it hooks them, mostly right in the bottom lip. Lovely. Right, let's show you how we put one of these pineapple pop-ups on. Right, to attach my pineapple pop-up, I'm just going to thread a little piece of bait floss through the rig ring first. I'm going to put one of these little 12mm pineapple pop-ups that I've gooed up in pineapple supreme goo. They smell lovely, good enough to eat. So yeah, cut a piece of bait floss off. Just thread that through the rig ring, and then double it up. So you've got your bait floss on there like that. And use a baiting needle. Just push your pop up onto the bait floss. Like that. So bait floss going all the way through the bait, doubled up. So you've got 2 tag ends poking out the top of it. And I just trim it down so there's about 1/2 centimetre poking out the top. And then grab your lighter. And you just blob down that. And give it a little press down with a finger. That'll never come off of there. I've never had one go missing off there. I don't really like using a bait screw on a 12mm pop-up because it affects the buoyancy, because there's quite a lot of weight in a little bait screw, whereas that will keep a size 6 popped up all night. That's what we've had the biggest fish so far. It was about 19-pound common. We had in about 1/2 this morning. It was nailed lovely on a little 12mm pineapple. You can see that it's lovely because we've got a break in the coating. There's loads of flexibility there, and it will still spin round. Whichever the way the carp sucks the bait, that'll spin round. Ends up right in the bottom lip. I love this rig, it's so simple. I always set the D so the rig ring's sort of level with the point of the hook. Like that. Lovely and neat. Perfect. Right, just got to collect it to a leg clip now. That's it, ready to fish. So I've got a little piece of a tungsten, the way I like to do it, I've got a little sliver of a tungsten anti-tangle sleeve on there. Slide that on. There's a loop on the end of my leg clip. I'll just click that in there. And then I push this little anti-tangle sleeve all the way on over that, so it leaves a little metal loop at the end. So it actually hinges on here, gives the rig a bit more movement, lays lovely and flat on the bottom, especially as I've moulded a little piece of putty halfway along the hook length. So it keeps it all laying really flat. So yeah, super confident in that. I use that most places I go, especially in the spring, and the carp are still waking up. A little pineapple pop-up, that always does the trick. Or a pop-up of your choice. Nice bright smelly one. Perfect. Right, let's get it cast out. Right. Well, we've given it to midday. The lake's actually really dead now. We've got a feeling that the fish might be down a little quiet bay somewhere. So we're going to have a little move because we've only got about 3 hours left of our session. Like I say, we've given it all the way till lunchtime here, and it just seems absolutely dead. There's only been 1 fish caught since I had that ghosty this morning, and that was down the other end towards the car park, and we're going that way to pack up because we've got to be off here by 4. So we're going to go down there now and quietly flick a couple of rods out. I think that's a good idea, Adam, isn't it? Yeah, let's go and give it a go. Yeah, let's give it a go. So this is our last chance to winkle one out before we go home. We've moved down into this quiet little corner. I've packed away all my kit. Adam's going to have a go just with 2 rods because it's quite busy. There's quite a few people around here. We don't want to spoil anyone's fishing. So he's just sneaked a couple of rods out in this corner. Put a handful of boilies over each rod. And see what happens. It looks good, Adam, doesn't it?
Very good, yeah.
Where have you put your left rod?
Just down there, just on the shelf. The other one, just a bit further right down the shelf. It's nice and firm. There's a lot of shallow over there. It's probably only about 4 or 5 foot.
And the sun's beaming in here, isn't it? So yeah, we'll try and sneak one out before we go. We'll get a suntan at least, anyway.
It's right back there, isn't it? There's no way that was coming off.
Absolutely
Nailed
nailed.
on the old slip D rig.
A pineapple, bright yellow pineapple pop-up.
Yeah.
Lovely.
There we go. There it is there, look. A winning bait. 12mm pineapple.
Lovely job, man. Put that in your pocket. I'll have a look at that later.
Let's see what we got then.
What is it? How cool is that?
Smidge under 19, I think. There we go.
What's that?
One angry common. That was definitely worth moving for, wasn't it?
You only flipped it out in the margin. How many baits did you put around that?
About 15, 20 baits.
Yeah, we've just studying ourselves. Been there about an hour, weren't we? Just
Yeah.
we've got to go soon.
And then it just ripped off completely, took me by surprise. And it fought like absolute stink.
Yeah, it did. We've got a good bit of footage there.
Yeah,
Let's have a look at the other side.
look at that. What an absolute corker.
That's a cracker, Adam. That's ended our session, really.
That is, yeah.
I've had to not
Well
even-
chuffed with that.
I've had to not put my rods out to give him a chance.
Yeah.
So I've packed all mine up and put them in the van.
So it just wasn't fair, was it?
It wasn't fair anymore. Got to let him have one on the pineapple.
That's it.
Right.
Right, let's get it back.
Yeah.
That is, and off you go. Lovely job. Have we got time to stay a bit longer?
I reckon we've got half an hour.
Oh, yeah.
I'll let you away with that.
Well-
I am tempted to sneak a rod out of the pineapple.
You're not allowed.
Okay.
Well, that's our session come to an end, Adam, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Had quite a nice little session on
Yeah,
Becks.
it's been good.
We've been
Shame
down.
it's over.
Yeah, we've been down for 24 hours. We started off up on the beach in Peg 20 for last night, and I had 3 carp up to 19 through the night. We spotted quite a bit of bait out through the night, and that just went dead. We woke up early this morning thinking, thinking that the fish might reappear and start showing again, but it just didn't happen. And Adam had only a couple of tench to show for your efforts, didn't you, during the night?
Yeah.
And then we just moved down to Peg 32 in the corner. We just moved down there. I sort of put all my gear away in the van, just let Adam fish, give him a chance, And he flicked out a pineapple in the corner and saved the day with that lovely 18-12 collar.
18-12,
like
yeah.
stink, it's like a torpedo. So we've had a good little session.
Yeah. Not
Four.
bad for a first visit.
Yeah, 4 carp and a couple of tench. So yeah, hopefully you've enjoyed it and might inspire you to come and have a go yourself. See you later.